So we continue our reflection on the second letter of Paul to the Christians of Corinth. And again, this is a continuation of Paul's apologia, or his way of explaining how he's so committed to Jesus. It's good that Paul wrote some of his experiences. Without this information, we would not have known how much Paul suffered for the faith, suffered for the good news he was preaching, because people were undermining his authority, even the way he was preaching. And yet Paul was just saying, I am faithful, I'm consistent in what the Lord has tasked me to do. So whether he would suffer, for him, that's immaterial. So the things that he mentioned, he received 40 lashes, many minus one. 3 times he was beaten by rods. Once he was stoned. 3 times he was shipwrecked. What are all these things? They are just proof how much Paul loves Jesus. They are just a proof of how much Paul loves Jesus. Nothing could prevent him from loving Jesus. And this is the challenge for us. Yes, we often say we love Jesus. How much are we willing to offer everything in exchange of our relationship with Jesus? So this is what the 2 readings today remind us. The importance of finding the true treasure. A treasure that is lasting. A treasure that we can keep. As Jesus tells us, seek for the real treasure. Not the treasures that can easily be stolen, that you can easily lose. And yet there are some treasures that cannot be stolen. What is that? Relationships. Our relationship with God. Our relationships with people. That cannot be stolen because it's so personal. It is in your heart. It is in the way you think, you live, you associate. So Jesus tells us, do not store up treasures on earth where moth and decay destroy and thieves break in and steal. The word treasure appears about 92 times in the Bible. And it's used sometimes as a noun, treasure, something that you can hold on to, something you can cling to, or it can be used as a verb. Treasure your relationship with God. Treasure your brother. So anyway, whatever we use, those two, whether it's a noun or as a verb, those two are connected. So when you say treasure as a verb, you put your energy, you put your strength in what you are doing. Just like some businessmen, when they treasure, of course, we have to treasure the business. But if that's the number one priority, then, once we lose that, that's the end of everything. But if we treasure something that is lasting, that doesn't mean say we will neglect the other treasures we need to survive, then whatever happens in our life, we can keep it. And so Jesus very practically says, the eye, so the way we see things, will give light to your whole body. If you see things the right way, then bingo, you can see treasures in the right perspective. They are just gifts from God. And remember, material treasures, most of these we will leave behind. We will never carry with us. What we will carry with us is our relationship with God and with others. So let's ask the Lord in this Mass that we will always treasure lasting and beautiful things, relationship with God and with others, especially with our own. Amen.